Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I normally am doing workouts and all things fitness and nutrition related on here, but today is something a little bit different. I wanted to share with you what my very basic makeup and skincare routine is because I'm often in a gym environment, especially starting next month. I'm going to be in there constantly coaching, working out a ton, and it's been like that for years. And so I'm always typically like really sweaty, and I just get, I don't know, my skin has the opportunity to break out a lot more just because of the environment that I'm in. And I'm very active even on the weekends, hiking, doing fun things outside. So it's really important to me to not only put on the best stuff that I can onto my skin, but also to put things on there that are light and that aren't gonna like block up all of my pores and make me feel gross. Or when I'm sweating in a workout and I like brush off sweat where I brush off like a ton of caked on makeup, that's super gross, and it looks gross to like wipe your face with your shirt and then people be like, that was how much makeup you were wearing. So I want to just go through that real quickly today. It'll be probably like around 5 minutes for my daily makeup routine, and then I'll show you a couple things that I use to keep my skin clean and the way that I take my makeup off at the end of the day.
I wanna live inside the upside down for a minute and pretend, honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa.
So let's dive on in. If you like this kind of thing, I can totally show you more just lifestyle things that I've found that help support my regular activity and fitness. So give it a thumbs up, like it, let me know, and I can totally do more of this kind of stuff. So let's dive on into the very beginning. And I'm gonna go ahead and get all of my hair and all of its stuff out of the way. I'm sitting here in the floor next to my window, so that's why weird stuff is behind me. Go ahead and get that out of the way. Okay, so I just woke up this morning. I have no makeup on. Now I do get my lashes lifted, so there's a little bit of lashes you can see on there, and then they're darker because I do like a lash lift and tint. I've done fake eyelashes before and I just felt like a fraud. I looked super fake, and it's so not normal for me to have big lashes like that. So I feel like this looks more natural and is much better for my lifestyle, because with fake lashes you can't get wet. I was sweating on them constantly and they just came out super fast. So this is perfect because I can be in the water, I can sweat all day and nothing happens to my lashes. And if I wake up and don't want to put on mascara or things like that, boom, don't have to. That's a win in my book. So I've just started using some new things that I really love. There's this Glossier, I don't really know how you say it, whatever. I love it because it adds a little bit of moisture underneath where I put my foundation. And I've always had really oily skin. And the thing that I didn't know as a teenager was that I needed to add moisture to my skin or it was gonna produce even more oil. So I never used moisturizers and things like that because I was like, oh, my skin's already so oily. But no one ever told the awkward teenager that she just needed some good skin moisturizing things to help with that. So being well moisturized definitely helps me have much less oil throughout the day. I still go super light on foundation. So I've got this beauty counter. It's called the Dew Skin. This is what I wear in the summertime because it's got extra SPF. It's super light and is really just like a tinted SPF. So I blend it with just a tiny bit of my beauty counter Tint Skin foundation. So you can see here's like both colors, and I literally just mix them together, and this creates a little bit more of a foundation while also having that awesome extra SPF in it, and it's still just really light and feels good. I don't use a brush to put my foundation on. I think I just like the texture and the coverage I get from using my fingers. So I literally just brush it on with my fingers, and then like on the back of my thigh or something, I just rub off any excess that I've got on my fingers because I'm literally too lazy to go back in the bathroom and get a towel and have to wash that towel that has makeup all over it. I generally am in my closet, and I'll show you my setup here in a second. My husband bought me some fun little lights that make me feel like I've got my own perfect makeup studio space in there. So it's not super covering right now, especially because I have really dark under eye circles. So all I do, and I was using the Beauty Counter touch-up concealer pen here, and I still love it, but I just run out of it so quickly, and I was like, I just need to find something else that I can use. And I didn't really care about the quality of this necessarily because it's going on top of foundation, so it's not really ever touching my skin directly, but it's just the Maybelline. Super simple stuff. So I dab it in the corner, and then I start by just like filling in the dark corners and just literally pat it on. I'll kind of hit the inside of my eye. And you may not have this problem, but I've always just had like really dark circles around all of my eye. So there have literally been days where I go in and coach like a 5 or 6 a.m. class, and in the morning I'm like, heck no, I'm not putting makeup on right now for you guys. And people have been like, are you okay? Did you sleep last night? I'm like, yeah, I got like 8 hours of sleep. Don't judge me right now. So, boom, that is done. Sometimes I like to put it on the bridge of my nose and up here and on my chin, just anywhere that the light hits, just a tiny bit extra. And to kind of hide this amazing Julia Roberts forehead paint I've got. Shout out to her. So after that, because I like a little bit of color on my face, I've got the Beauty Counter. It's like a rub-on blush. So simple. Boom, boom. Now I do have a brush for this, and it's just something that I think I bought on Amazon. It's the Real Techniques. So I literally just brush that on. It's super light, super simple. It's buildable as well, which I love. So if I want just like the hint of blush color, then that's fine. Like I'm about to go work out right now, so I'm not gonna put a ton on. But if I wanna build it up for a more dramatic look, then I can. And it's pretty hard to mess that up. So after that, all I'm gonna do is just set my face with a little bit of powder. I love this Beauty Counter loose powder. It has no color. So here it is. I've got my big blending brush. And so what I've learned, especially since it's more expensive because it's such a high quality product and so pure, that all I need is like a little bit on the end right here. And I just focus on the areas that are most likely to be oily that I want to set. So like kind of just the T-zone area, and then I blend it out. It really doesn't take much. And if I have a long day ahead of me, then this simple add-on that I will do is I've got this NYX matte finishing spray. And all I do is I spritz this on my face. So I'm not even going to put eyeshadow on today, but I do have a really simple naked palette, and so I'll just like brush a little bit of that onto my eyes. And honestly, that's really all that I need. But today what I will use in place of that is this beautiful highlighter I have found. It's just insane, guys. Cali Glow Highlighter by Zuma. This stuff is insane. Watch out, because you will blind people. I love putting this on my eyes, and all I will do is take this super simple tiny brush, brush it right there. And it's just super fabulous, and I feel like I've been tanning on a magical island. Anywho, so I add it there, and then you can either with the same brush or with a fan brush, something simple like this. I'll just add a little bit right on top of my cheek, right where the light would naturally hit, kind of on top of that blush line. I do have to be careful with this because sometimes my husband is like, all I can see of you is this highlighter on your face right now. Oh my gosh, can you see that? Blinding. It's incredible. It makes me feel magical. Anyway, so that's it. And then I love the boy brow. I have great eyebrows, but I like them to be a little bit darker. I feel like it just frames my face better. And kind of at the beginning, they're a little squirrely looking. So just brushing this on really simply kind of gives me a more put together, like I tried look, especially if I have less makeup on everywhere else on my face. So you could pull the brows up if you want. I kind of just keep them in their natural line so they don't look too insanely crazy. And then I've got the lash slick. I love it. So all I do is just brush it really on the top because I've already got the lash lift and tint. So I just like kind of the extra volume that it builds. And I don't have to curl my eyelashes, which is like the worst thing ever. And I just am pretty lazy when it comes to makeup, so if I can just keep it simple, keep it pure, and keep it fun, then that honestly is the best thing for me. This never comes off when I sweat or rub my eyes. So it stays on all day, and all I do is take a Q-tip at the end of the day and put some makeup remover on, kind of brush it off, and it's perfect. Super simple, but those are the things that I use day in and day out. It only takes a few minutes. It took me 28 years to figure out how to put simple makeup on and not look like a crazy person, and then how to properly take it off and care for my skin. But you know what? At least I know now. So I hope that this helped you and is fun to watch, and I'll see you this evening whenever I'm ready to take my makeup off. Hey guys, okay, so I'm back. It's about 8 hours later. I've been running errands. I've been outside for hours today in the garden. I got super sweaty, just like dripping sweat in my workout. And as you can see, I still look like I have makeup on. Nothing smeared, nothing is really creasing. Like I was wiping sweat away earlier off my face and makeup didn't come off. So when it's not caked on like that, it doesn't really wipe off. And I had some errands to do after the workout and still looked okay. Get all this hair out my face. So step one is super simple. We literally are just gonna start with the cleansing oil. And I just put a couple drops in the middle of my hand because this dropper isn't great at holding on to it. So a few drops in my hand. And then you're going to rub upwards and outwards for about a minute. After that, all I'm gonna do is take a hot wash rag. I'm gonna squeeze it out and just let it lay on my face for about another minute maybe. And then I'm just gonna use that washcloth to wipe all of the excess oil off of my face. And then we'll go into using the goat soap cleanser. Before I fully cleanse my face, I'll use this. And what I'm gonna do to be as gentle to my eyes and my eyelashes as possible is that I'm just gonna put a little bit on the end, kind of soak it. And then I'm just going to press down on the eyelashes and just kind of roll it. And then I'll go up. Now this stuff is really good. It doesn't burn your eyes, so I'm not ever really afraid of getting any in my eye, but I'm also careful. I use this to swipe off any remaining eye makeup that I had on as well, just the highlighter from earlier. And then I'll wash my face with the baby bar. And I just pat dry. And honestly guys, that's how simple my skincare routine is. I feel like I have the best skin of my life, not because I'm doing anything crazy creative, but I'm just using better products. All right, so that is a full day in the life of my face. I will link to all the products that I used below in the notes, and that way you can check some of them out. You may have heard of some of them before, but again, I don't have a ton of money to spend on makeup, so I've just made the decision to buy a few things and just make those better quality things and start slowly replacing one item after another. This has been a process really over like the last year to just kind of upgrade my skincare and my makeup products. So definitely check those out, and I hope that this helped you and that you treat your skin well.